Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy D Mike, the creator. Hey, I've been traveling through the states for about 3.5, almost 4 months now, and I want to touch on what each state taught me or what lesson I learned through each state. Okay, and first I'm gonna start with Tennessee. First of all, I started out in Alabama. That's where I'm from. I started this journey a week after my birthday, which is July 14th. So it was around July 21st. 20, I think it was actually 22nd. I think it was that day, that Tuesday. But either way, I want to touch on what I learned through the states of each state and what it taught me, right? So I first stopped at Memphis, Tennessee. And when I was in Memphis, man, one thing that I could say that Memphis taught me was self love. That was really big for me. Was self love, um, and I've been learning how to love myself more and more over these past 4 months, and really these past 11 months throughout this year specifically. um, just me being an empath, it is kind of, or it was very foreign to me to pour everything, a lot, everything that I had into myself, opposed to having all of these pathways out going towards different people, as friends, family, look, strength, it don't matter, right? Um, and it, like I said, it's very foreign to me, or it was foreign to me. And then when I started looking into myself more, trying to just working on myself, taking it day by day, taking it slow, right? Take it slow, whoa, whoa. You heard him, right? Um, because this ain't a movie, y'all, but actually it is though, because I'm the main character of my movie and I'm on stage. But besides the point, um, self love was very key, and the reason why, what made me think about this though, because uh, this is one of the first places where I stopped at a state park, and I camped out at. I've been living a nomadic lifestyle lately, and it's very freeing to me. I love it. I have no complaints. It's very eye opening. Um, but when I was at T.O. Fuller State Park in Memphis, Tennessee, I was just able to ground. I was able to journal. I was able to do my mindfulness meditations on a daily, all this stuff every day. Um, Going out, talking to the people, hearing what they have to say, letting them pour into me the way I needed to be poured into, um, without really having to ask for it, and just really just observing how each and all these individuals, these different personalities, act in their environment of Memphis, Tennessee. And I had a soul series. Um, I still have a soul series. This technically is my soul series. The whole soul series journeys was I realized it was really about me healing, right? And that's what I've done. Doing healing is a life journey. First of all, let's go ahead and get that out the point, out the way. But just watching everyone, man, pour into themselves and pour back into their community, give an overflow. It helped me take another step, um, whenever I was traveling to my next state, and take another step of taking care of myself, right? Because you know I love helping people out. That's one thing I love to do. I get goosebumps whenever I help others out, man. I know that's one of my callings in life. Is I'm not sure in what form, way, or fashion. I have a few ideas, but I know what brings me joy is seeing other people in a joyful state, right? And I love that so much. And I love the fact that I learned that lesson when I was reflecting the other day about what all of these different states taught me. And each state, obviously, they teach a lot, but one thing I pulled out from each one was very, it was, it was blissful, and so for Memphis, Tennessee, um, self love was very key for me, and one of the lessons that I learned, and I'm very grateful and thankful that I was able to acknowledge that, throughout my life journey, right? Because we all deserve to love ourselves with the utmost amount of love that we possibly could. I said possibly that we possibly could love any other being, because you can't love someone else unless you love yourself. Come on now, you cannot love anyone else to a very high standard until you love yourself at a very high standard. And that's one thing I learned, I've cherished that, and I know a lot of people could see that based off of my progressions, and I know I could see that. That's the only thing that matters. I could see it. When I look at the man in the mirror, I've seen my growth. I'm thankful for my growth, and like I said, and I'm gonna keep growing every day, you know, and that's right there. I'm very thankful that I could say that, because there was one point where I didn't even know if I was gonna be able to keep on growing. You know what I mean? Um, or even breathing. But that's a whole nother topic. But the state of Tennessee, the city, Memphis, taught me self love, and I'm grateful for that though. Now, if you guys have been through multiple cities, or if you just want to share something um, that you learned, a life lesson, feel free to share that in the comments. I would greatly love to see what you guys have learned, whether it be today, this week, this month, this year. It's all about us. Life, it's all about us learning, growing, evolving, becoming the best version of us today or tomorrow. But just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day. Peace.